Welcome back to Euroshop 2023, joining you live from the floor of Hall 5, a hall completely full of the newest innovations, really including the Startup Hub, everything that's going to be coming into the future of retailing to make retailers successful and customers happy. One of those things that is often overlooked, the receipt. Now, oftentimes for consumers, this is more of a hurdle, something that gets in the way, something you don't want at the end, but is absolutely relevant when it comes time for taxes or return of whatever you just bought that doesn't fit maybe. We're joining a company, AnyBill, at the floor of Hall 5 here to talk about the digitalization of the receipt. Tell us a little bit about your background with the company and your name, please.
Hi, I'm Lea. I'm one of the founders of AnyBill, and we founded the company in the late 2019, just right before the new law, the receipt issuance obligation, Belegausgabepflicht, came into place, which says that merchants need to issue receipts, but can also do it in a digital way, and that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Now, like I said, this is sometimes overlooked by both consumer and retailer. Why is it important, the receipting process, and what do you offer to make it more valuable to both customer and retailer?
Yeah. I mean, for the merchant, they need to issue a receipt, so they are obliged by the law to issue it, and they can also do it. They can do it in a printed way, of course, in paper format, or also in a digital way. And I mean, the digital way is, of course, more modern and also more sustainable, and they can save on costs. And they can also establish a new customer touch point for their omnichannel strategy.
How does that work? Because with a receipt in paper, you actually get it put into your hand. How do you actually interact or get the customer to buy into a system?
Yeah, I mean, I can show it to you if you wish.
Probably the best thing, yeah.
Okay, so actually a QR code is shown, so you just buy your articles, and then a QR code is getting shown on a second screen that is customer facing, and then you can just scan this QR code with your standard smartphone camera, and
so we're on the customer side here.
Exactly, yes, we're on the customer side.
Retailer be on the other side. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So the articles are being scanned, and then you just check out, you pay, and then you're getting, after you paid, you get a QR code, and you can scan it with your smartphone camera, and then receive the receipt in a digital way on your smartphone.
Is this QR code we're seeing right now, is that active? Could I actually use it?
You can use it. Yeah, sure. Try it. Should I take this? No.
I can do both.
Okay. You can do both.
Let me see here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you only.
So let me just...
And you don't need to download an app or register up front. You just scan this QR code, and then you jump on this website, and then you have different ways on saving the receipt. You can either save it as a PDF on your smartphone, you can send it via email. There we can also implement a newsletter checkbox, for example, also another marketing touch point to onboard the customer into digital marketing channels. Or you can add it to an account, for example, a merchant account or any other app where transactions are already happening today. And this is also one very proposition for the consumer, because they can store all of the receipts in a digital way in the merchant app or in a third-party app. And you also have these content areas, so this is another way, just on the bottom, yeah, exactly, where you can also inform the consumer about any news or coupons, or you can incentivize the consumer to download the merchant app, for example. And so you are actually converting the offline unknown customer to a known customer, and also onboard them to your digital channels.
Now, does this technology, does it fulfill the requirement to provide a receipt? Can retailers actually say, we are completely paperless and it's the job of the consumer to receive it electronically?
Exactly, yes. So actually they're already compliant if they're only showing the QR code in the digital QR code. This is very important. And the new QR code has to be shown for each transaction. But then this is enough. They don't have to print again or anymore. They only have to show this QR code, and then the consumer decides whether also to receive the receipt or not. If the consumer says, no, I don't need a receipt, then the merchant is already compliant to the law, and they don't have to print anymore. So they can then also already save on paper. Yeah.
Your experience with the theme of omnichannel, how does this type of technology either enable or support an omnichannel experience for the consumer?
Yeah. I mean, consumers today, they are expecting a good customer experience, right, across all the channels. And I think the paper receipt is not up to date anymore. And so
I photograph mine, which is probably not best practice.
Yeah, it's a manual process, right? And we all want a good user experience, customer experience. And so, I mean, for the consumer, they can receive it via the smartphone. And we're also, for example, working on a method where you can receive the receipt directly also with your payment card. So then you don't actually have to scan anything anymore. So this is very seamless then. And for the merchant, of course, if the consumer is not online connected to the merchant, this is a way to actually onboard the consumer in the stationery, the physical retail in the store, and bring them to your own online channels.
And make returns enabled that way, and keep them coming back.
And you have all your transactions from offline and online in one account, for example, the merchant account. Then this enables also, of course, better recommendations because you need all of the transactions.
Leah of AnyBill, thank you very much for finding the time to speak with Euroshop today.
Yeah, thanks for your visit.
Great. We're going to try and speak to one more exhibitor if we can find time. It's a little bit down the way here, so I'm going to walk a little fast here. So that was a great example of kind of a forgotten corner of retailing that can be leveraged to actually almost force interaction with consumers by providing them with information they actually need to complete the purchase process and especially returns process and accounting, and pull them into your existing platforms as a retailer. Buy-in is obviously a difficult thing to achieve for retailers, to get people to actually log into your systems and use them, and this would be a way to leverage that and actually force them to do so. We are finally here at a company, Manhattan. It's an American company that, at least in North America, is very well known in the area of warehousing management and logistics services. They've been making a push, actually globally, to move more into direct contact to retailers and brands in order to facilitate better customer service, omni-channel options, etc. It's a fairly full stand, but I'm hoping we can speak to both of you. Thanks for finding the time to speak with us. A little bit of background about Manhattan. I gave a brief introduction, but actually somebody who knows what they're talking about. What's the history of the company and what are you known for?
Hello everyone, my name is Sébastien Faber. So Manhattan Associates is in fact a software vendor, integrator. We have been on the business for more than 30 years, managing the complexity of store operation and retail operation in the entire supply chain and omni-channel world. So This is what we do.
Okay. And what's your unique offering to the market? What's your specialty? Why do people come to you as opposed to your competitors?
I believe that we are the only one that is able to solve the complexity of omni-channel retailing. And what it means here is that we've got an offer that covers supply chain execution and store operation in an omni-channel world. So we do WMS, TMS, order management, and store operation, which what we call point of service. And this is what we are presenting at the Euroshop today.
So I was very close in my introduction. That's good. That's very comforting. What specific systems or solutions are you presenting at the Euroshop going forward?
Yeah, so our focus is on Manhattan Active Omni. So that's our cloud-based order management system. Within Manhattan Active Omni, we have multiple modules, which includes our store app, which is store order fulfillment, store inventory management, and point of sale. So it's a one-stop shop for all of the store interactions that a store employee would need to do to support an omni-channel business.
And I know data in these areas are very important. How are you accessing data and then working with that data to provide both retailers and then customers also added value and a better experience?
Yeah, so we really manage the entire life cycle of an order. So all of the order data, customer data, item data, inventory data is all stored within Manhattan Active Omni. So we're able to access it API-based solution to be able to make these API calls to get the data where we need it, when we need it, quickly.
Mm-hmm. Which, with order fulfillment, accuracy, returns, how does that play into the returns process? I know it's a huge theme these days.
Yeah, absolutely. So we also cover the life cycle of an order through returns, also exchanges. We have the option through our call center solution to register returns. You can also, of course, do returns in the store. It's all within the Manhattan Active Omni umbrella, and it's very flexible on how we do returns.
Well, so all the way through to one-on-one customer service after sale on that.
Yeah, it's not really a point of sale, it's a point of service.
Great, got it. Thank you both for finding the time to speak to Euroshop TV today. It's the first day. We're expecting a storm of people the rest of the days, and I wish you success, and thank you for finding the time to speak with us.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it. I'm glad I had it mostly right with Manhattan Associates, and obviously providing a one-stop shop in the way of logistics, leveraging that into better customer service through data analysis and really hand-holding with individual customers, providing them with basically the full life cycle of the order and delivery, and then post-purchase service. Stay with us on this channel. We're going to be coming with continuing information from each and individual hall here at the show, everything from shop fitting to literally the nuts and bolts that hold shops together, to further reporting on information technology, order fulfillment, etc. Thanks for joining us, and stay with us for more information on this channel.